Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We are here with a little patch for adding content, big patch for a lot of bug fixes. Now, there's not much I can show you in Interact. I can read down the list what Hexen has posted just to inform you guys on what he has done with this patch. It was mostly concentrated on fixing a lot of bugs, like the piggyback system, the 1,000 damage and stuff. Like it's now a K. It's not just like it displays. It's more FPS saving. But yeah, let's just go down the list really quick. I'm going to try to keep this video as short as possible because there is no really showing. He did add a few new saddles, and I'm going to go over them towards the end. So if you guys like, stay tuned and we'll go over them. And I will pull them up on the information stuff he got from last patch. So let's continue. And if you'd like to know what this chest is right here, I will let you know. Took not a lot of grinding, but a lot of hunting. Anyways, let's get to the patch. So he has removed knockout darts and spear bolts. He feels, and he is right. The warp bow and the compound bow covers majority of the game. It was useful for like compies and stuff, but just take a club and punch him to the face. It's more like it. He fixed the bug preventing Ferox candy from being used. Fixed the bug preventing base health value from being displayed on the Omega decks. Fixed the issue that would allow blueprints to be imbued. That's obviously broken, so good. 1,000 damage will be abbreviated as a K. If preventing option to selected in damage numbers. So I believe is I don't see it. But he's saying it should be in here. Abbreviate numbers right here. So that will save you some FPS. So you know in Primal Fear where you had the constant spam of numbers. Well, he's added this to make it easier on your computer, on your eyes, and so on. So, and then I might tag a video to show you guys, depending on um, how long this video is. Fix the bug preventing some damage number settings from saving properly. Fix the issues with gen splicers that could prevent male dinos from being chosen. So if you have this problem, he has fixed it, or he's trying to. Doesn't mean everything he puts out is 100% foolproof. There might still be some bugs, so just be patient. He will get around to it. Fix the issue with the piggyback system that would allow you to choose won't allow you to select previous selected data adding to new dinos. So let's say you want RJ Tavis and then you change your mind, you want it back, you can't see it. He has fixed that one. Clamp the alpha value of custom damage number section to 0.25, preventing your color from being invisible value. That's if you guys looked at my last update video, this is when this turned white. So he has fixed that. Color are nulled out if you pick a choose color button. Wheel UI already open, preventing number types. That's just more on that stuff. Fix the issue with the gen splicer not working. If you're any, that's your server settings. Still has you breeding mode 4 or 5, so if you're still in breeding mode 4 or 5 and you have not changed your server over and you're having problems with the gen splicer, he has fixed that for you, but I would go and change that to whatever you could prefer, to the new metrics he has put out from the last update. And I will post that video at the end for 3.1 if you want to, 3.2 if you guys want to catch up on what happened. Okay, so farming and utility dinos now catch all fertilizer in their inventory every 5 seconds instead of one at a time. Alpha Raptor damage was fixed. I don't use it. Maybe some of you guys like the Raptors. It's fixed. Fix the bugs allowing candy corn dinos to spawn at a beacon. I hope he didn't fix that, but he fixed it. I haven't seen a candy corn dino myself. I have seen all the teasers, and they look awesome. Shards value for dinos in the Omega decks are now rounded to the number actually received from them. That's kind of self-exploring. Destroy and Protector. Oh, I like this one. Destroy and Protector souls updated to show that they can all be used together at the altar to summon the god of protection slash destruction. So that's kind of how you get your stuff to enlist here. Just saying. I didn't know. I don't know if I caused this, but I did ask a lot around it. There was just no answer to it. Fix a bug with Cloner that allows them to spam their ability. Damn. Rock Bags got now summoned correctly. I guess there was something wrong with it. He fixed it. Tame bosses can now mate outside the Gen Splicer. Sweet. No more soul shards or paragons or whatever the heck he has them set up. I haven't found a boss yet, so correct. So I don't know what's going on with that. I'm just reading off what he's saying in his Discord to you guys that might not have access to it, or you just like the sound of my voice. Don't know why, but you and my wife are weird. I appreciate I appreciate the watch though. Okay, Cosmic God, Apocalypse, etc. will no longer send a Gamma Ray Singularity Starfire combo attack on your location if you teleport away. So basically, you're losing the fight, you teleport away, you don't want him casting that on top of you at your base, right? That's, oh boy, I am happy that never happened to me. The Nidhogg, I believe it's called, can now Stalker crit with Volatile. Ooh, that's nice. Just go in Stalker and procs it. That's nice. Zodiac phases are no longer immune to damage. There was a report by one of the modders, I guess you can call him. He is very with Hex. They work a lot on the mod. I see him streaming all the time. They're always together. So I assume he's a modder. Noticed this bug and he posted the Infinity phase was undamageable. So he has fixed that. Added ancient knockout arrows and metal knockout arrows. So taming your new bosses. I saw this was a request, by the way. This was a request on Hex and Discord, and he's like, sure, I'll do it. Why not? So here we go. Summons are no longer tethered to the beacon. So basically, there was. This is gonna suck for no tame, but for what this means is there was an invisible force field, let's say 500 meters away from it, and a dino would stop. Well, that no longer works. So they would just, if you try to render or try to get away from them before they attack you with that border, well, that border's gone. So now you are vulnerable even more. I know that was being used to kill like wyverns and stuff from very far away, so you'll be safe. But that is no longer the case. Let me scroll down here a little bit. So it's a very long patch notes. Fix the oh my god, I can't pronounce this. Basilio Plesiora. It's a hybrid. I'll post a little thing what I'm trying to say there. Saddle is the saddle wasn't working and it's fixed now. Fix the typo in one of the progression guides. Not everybody's perfect. I'm not. My English sucks. Stuff happens. Fix the bug preventing items to runtime generate tooltips and names and descriptions from showing up when you're searching functions in some structures. I think I know what he's talking about. But at the same time, I don't. So I'm just going to leave that one there and not comment on it because I don't like talking out of my butt. Custom description search function removed from Omega Workbench, void vacuum dimensional storage. Why he did that, I don't know. But he's a modder, he knows what he's doing. I'm just a YouTuber, I just like to talk. Custom description search function in remaining structures now works with tooltip generated names or descriptions to search things like bosses, etc. Am I thinking of the right thing? No, I'm not thinking of the right thing. Fix the bug preventing brutal Ferox saddle from taunting enemies. For all you those hardcore Ferox lovers, there you go. Improve the unique saddle detection chance of compies for when it's tossed out and cryopoded or soul bowled or server restart. So basically, what will happen is the compy saddle, instead of it doesn't register the unique saddle, so you couldn't put it on your shoulder. You have to like throw it out. You have to remove the saddle once or twice. But now he just fixed that, so it should work properly. For anybody who's using compies from my previous videos, you know what I'm talking about. Uh, if a Tamo boss is being spawned in a via piggyback system, which is right here, piggyback, will no longer spawn with a hoarder chest. I guess that's a good way to farm hoarder chests, I suppose, but I don't know why. They're kind of crap. Okay, so put in login limit amount of hoarder chests that can spawn to the max chest 50 to prevent boss spawn. So basically, every time there's a hoarder chest, there shouldn't be a boss spawning, because then you'll have a lot of bosses out, and I don't know, new players will have a very hard time. You'll tame too many things and skip progression. Um, I don't know behind his logic, but that's what he has done. Item quality can be searched for its structure that is used, custom search functions, but the entire word will be needed to search them. For example, primitive. This is not permanent, so he might work around the system and change it. But yeah, so you can search for the item quality, not like ascended, omega, not ascended, primitive, ramshackle, and so on. So, and last note there, the server notification is given every 60 seconds if an Omega finds classic flyers installed. Server owners, if you have classic flyers installed for some reason, it will spam every 60 seconds or notify you, as he likes to call it. I'm just going to call it spam. Every 60 seconds about that, letting you know to uninstall it. Now, I don't know why he wants this. Again, I just read off his notes. So, let's move on to the fun part. And to tell you how I got this chest, this is the golden chest, for anybody who's curious. This is crafted right here. You gotta collect 1,000 shards. I did a video a while back on opening a bunch of Omega and Up chests. So Omega boss souls and god souls were used, and this is what we get. And I opened, I think, 1 or 2 hoarder chests in there too. But collecting 1,000 shards will get you this very fancy looking chest. That and the health is crazy on it. We know I don't say numbers anymore because I just make a fool of myself. Anyways, let's move on to the fun part, into the Omega decks. So the first saddle we have added is the Enforcer. This saddle, and I know for a fact because this is one of my mods that have that commissioned this saddle for the tournament won on our no tame event, this is it. This is for the Enforcer. It can be shoulder mounted. It's permanent reactive, which if you are taming, be careful. Permanently reacting will damage your tame and you will lose efficiency on it. You have been warned. But on the positive notes, 100 magic fine for player is when mounted, so when he is on your shoulder, you have 100% Magic Find boost. 50% damage reduction to player when is mounted. Now we have a Dino, which is the Sino with its saddle, that gives you 1 Rampage, as I'll pick him up. Okay, this one doesn't have it. You see I have permanent Rampage, or permanent Frenzy right there. That is the unique saddle from it. Now we have a defensive one, which is pretty cool. I like that. Increases your chance by 100, and then that one prevents you 50% reduction. Alright, let's move on to the next saddle, the Shadow Mane. I mentioned I have not seen these, I'm seeing them with you. 100% melee damage, nice. 50% damage reduction, also nice. Melee attack can crit for 5 times. Gain reactive variant. I don't like the crit because I think that's a little bit overpowered for a unique saddle, because the Saber legendary saddle has the same thing and it's legendary. So I think this should have been changed to something else, but that's my opinion on it. I saw this one being teased. I didn't really get to read it. Pelagornis, there it is. Gain Soul variant, which means you have high damage. Banshee variant, which, well, you can curse. Gain pack bonus to nearby Soul variants. And variant multiplier by 15. Again, this is on legendary saddles. No, actually 15 is good, because then there's 20. No, that's perfect. That's great, actually. That's a very nice spot. And it's a Pelagornis, like, what are you going to do? Very nice saddle, but there you go. I don't like Pelagornises. Maybe I will. And then the Alpha Phoenix. I've been waiting for this one. 25 reduced cooldown on your abilities. 200% ability damage. 25 chance to create a Starfire on melee. Oh, nice. That's extra damage. Can strafe, so left to right, basically. Kind of like a Griffin or something along those lines. That is the unique saddles. Let's move on to the 2 legendary saddles he has done. So we have the Unicorn, and I already have people 0 to be precise. He is like, I will give my soul for this thing. But if you guys did not know, this rainbow poop gives you another 100% magic find. So if you have this saddle and you have a unicorn, put it on there, because it will put magic poop for you. So that is the unique saddle. You guys know it. Let's move on to the legendary. Variant multiplier by 25, very nice. Gains loot variant, more damage reduction. The size increased to a Ludicorn. I saw the teaser of this and he was huge. Double attack and movement speed. I like the attack speed, but if you put this unicorn legendary saddle on the unique unicorn, it's gonna be unflyable. But if you put it on another one, it might be better. I don't know. Haven't tried out the legendary saddle. It's just my opinion on it. I like this new one. I saw this one. The Maywing. Attack range, which is very nice. Melee damage, 90% damage reduction. Now, this saddle might be, the unique one might be okay to fight, if you get the unique Maywing and you get some Paragons into them. This might be great for fighting the Infinity God, for getting your ancient potion dinos, right? Because they can only, because it's a utility, so it can only be damaged by utility stuff. So this might be actually really nice for it if you put it in a bubble. And it becomes really, really nice because if you have, let's just say, a utility Maywing, and then it gets a Rage variant, and then gains a Phoenix variant, and variant multipliers to 15. So you have a 15 multiplier. Plus, it can piggyback off the Prolovias. Plus, its Rage variant, which it just does even more damage now. It's like this. I don't know if he capped the 15 or be making a Rage variant caps it at uncontrollable. Uncontrollable, and then you can ride it. It doesn't say you can write uncontrollable, so I'm not sure. But that is the video, guys. Thank you for coming in. I hope you found this useful. I'm gonna try to post the notes. I'm gonna use my weak editing skills to, maybe take 2 screenshots and put them in the end. But just stay tuned and see if, and I will do that for you. And you can take it and pause it while I'm talking right now. Again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for coming. Thank you for lending me your time, and I hope you found this information useful. If you do, give me a like, sub. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. And if you enjoy my content, you like to support me and the Dodo Empire servers, please consider subscribing. Thank you very much, and you guys have a wonderful day and evening.